Meng Fei is a member of the national gymnastics team. Although her home is only a few blocks away, she can only visit on national holidays, a mere 3 or 4 days a year. She's 15. She's been training almost all of her life.
The moment our child was born, we asked ourselves, what will she do in life? You can only have one child, so everyone hopes for them to achieve big things. We decided to make her an athlete, a dream we never had time to realize for ourselves.
Success in kindergarten and a spare-time school took Meng Fei into the provincial team in Beijing, but there was one more rung on the ladder.
We set our sights on the national team. Each day, on the way home from training with the Beijing team, we'd pass the national team headquarters. We'd look in the gate and ask Fei Fei, when are you going to make it here? It was such an incredible longing. A gymnast needs agility, coordination, and explosive power, as well as willpower, good character, and so on. But remember, we're talking about very young athletes who don't yet have an adult's capacity for reason, but who are nevertheless expected to think like an adult. So it can be pretty tough for them.
There's a different cultural attitude towards the psychological and physical welfare of children in China. Great store is set by learning as diligently as possible, with less concern for individual well-being.
Firstly, to become a champion gymnast, an athlete must have a strong will. Strong will and character are very important. Secondly, gymnasts have to be prepared to accept greater hardship than ordinary children, as the training is very tough.
There's no question in my mind that some of the stresses and schedules to which small children are subject in the gymnastics business, for example, do constitute child abuse. How much suffering is too much? Which sorts of procedures are more than civilized people should tolerate? At what age should children be sucked into the high-performance factory under the tutelage of adult coaches whose one purpose really is to produce that perfect little machine?
We know the road to success is seldom smooth, but being involved in a sport can be a shortcut for a kid's personal development. If you think of academic study, there the road to success is smooth but long. The road she's taking may be steep, but at least it's short.
We know placing such high hopes on a young child makes it difficult for her. But no matter how tough it gets, we'll tell her, no pain, no gain. When she was younger, she didn't quite understand and used to ask, can't I have the gains now and the pains later? I'd say, is that gold medal going to hang around your neck without you working for it? She's heard that many times and understands it now. Now if I ask her, can you have the gain now and the pain later, she just laughs.
I won this for 5th place in the all-round event in Italy in 1994. Inside here are the medals I won from age 6 to 9. I won this trophy and medal in the US in 1995 for 2nd prize in the all-round event. This medal is for 2nd place in the national titles in Beijing in 1993. And this medal I won at the World Championship in Japan last year.
In modern China, to be a successful athlete confers special status on you. As in the West, it might mean financial gain, but there are other rewards. An Olympic gold medal can win you your own apartment for life, a huge incentive to succeed.
Mengfei is a lovely child. Her strength is that she has a good mind. She's keen on books and study. She's still quite young, but she's very mature and hard-working. She represented China in the World Championships last year. She performed well in some events, but because she hasn't taken part in many international competitions, she still lacks that kind of experience. But with her dedication and more instruction, I think she has a very bright future.
After training, there's homework to be done.
The end of another week's training, I worked mainly on the vaulting horse, particularly somersaults. I had problems with springing off the board. I kept raising my head instead of tucking it under. I have to relax more on the balance beam, not tense up. My hand swing is too rushed. I need to keep a natural rhythm. Be strong going forward, turn tightly, and stand up early. My forward somersaults were not tight enough. I need to keep the chest in well. To perfect a routine, you have to repeat it thousands of times. Otherwise, you'll never get it right. You just have to hang in there. You just have to grit your teeth and keep going.
Mengfei's career will be brief. With luck, she will avoid the physical and psychological problems so common amongst female gymnasts. Certainly, nothing will stand in the way of her determination. In the business of sport, is survival of the fittest.
I need music, guys.
The Nick Bollettieri Academy is owned by a gigantic entertainment conglomerate called International Management Group. IMG manages the players, owns the event, controls the media rights, packages the tournaments. IMG is the business of tennis.
Well, first of all, the academy belongs to IMG, and it's a great opportunity. But all the other management companies had that opportunity. That's facts of life. What the heck? I mean, this is what you should be thinking of. How do I get the edge on people?
There certainly are wonderful spin-offs that one gets with regard to being able to identify and recruit young talent from all over the world.
8-year-old Tatiana Golovin comes from Moscow, and IMG keeps a close eye on her progress. The emphasis is always on professionalism.
Tennis is one of the only games that I know of where you play all the time. That requires a little bit of responsibility on your part. And that responsibility is the subject of my conversation with you today. Be prepared. Be ready at all times. You have a wonderful opportunity, boys and girls, to excel and to exceed at something that other children have never done in their lives. That's to be a world-class college professional athlete. I urge you, no. I ask you and I urge you, take advantage of it. Take advantage of every day in preparation for the tournament trail that leads you to many, many good things.
IMG recruits its future income-earning talent by supporting these promising youngsters early in their career. It's a pact of mutual benefit, especially when you find a girl like Monique Vili, an 11-year-old with enormous ambition.
I think it's a wonderful game, and I just want to become the best. I'd like to become the greatest the world has ever seen. I'd like to just become the greatest.
We were approached by IMG, and they thought that they would like to take a look at her at the academy. So we took her up over here, and Nick took a look at her, and he liked what he saw, and they asked us to come on up so that he can train her, which was really exciting for Monique and myself as well. It was very difficult in Colorado to get the proper training.
She's how old? 11? You know, the only thing I can say is, and I agree completely with Nick, he says she's the best 11-year-old he's ever seen.
Monique Vili is excellent. Her techniques in an all-round game is far above the average young girl today. If she maintains this course and has patience, she has a chance to be a heck of a player.
I think it's very scary, especially to see younger children trying to develop maybe their parents' goals or someone else's goals. If you're geared to waking up at 5 in the morning to train before school and train after school, and then all of a sudden you're quitting school altogether just to become a professional athlete, then it really doesn't leave a lot of room to have a life.
Advantage, Miss Jaeger.
Andrea Jaeger turned professional at 14, was ranked number 2 in the world by 16, and reached the Wimbledon final at 17. Yet by 21, she had retired, forced out of the game by injury.
There's a saying about how people only love you when you're playing, and you learn that, and it's a tough thing to learn at a young age.
The circuit is littered with casualties, young prodigies whose careers crashed in their teens. By raising the professional age limit, new rules are designed to prevent burnouts.
Burnout is related to stress, certainly, but the causes of that stress are related to the lack of control that they have over their own lives. And it's also related to their growing realization that possessing a unidimensional identity is really not going to help them make it in the world.
This is something that she loves to do, so whether it was tennis, swimming, riding a bicycle, roller skating, she would be doing it until she was exhausted anyway.
playing for myself. I love the game. That's the only reason why I'm out there. So I'm playing for myself.
I'm going to beat you this time.
The Veely family sold everything and moved from Colorado to Florida 2 years ago to help Monique pursue her dream.
I really didn't come out here with the thought that Monique is going to become the greatest. I came out here with the thought that my daughter wants to do something, and I would like to provide the best I can for her. You want to look aggressive. I believe as a parent you should try to support your children. There's too many parents that just ignore what their children's wants are totally, and we can see the results of that. Don't look like me. Okay.
There is a very fine line between love, support, and interference. I would say the parents' involvement is probably more counterproductive than it is productive. The parents truly love their children in most instances, but they get so involved that it is very similar to being a drug addict.
These days, even an 11-year-old must learn how to mix sport with business.
Monique is contracted.
Running would be very critical of his style of running. But I think we can't really afford